Okay, so now we're at a stage where we've done our set out, so we know where we're going to drill our hole. We know we're going to cut our lines for our legs with a jigsaw, and we're going to plane this edge down here. Now I've already planed one edge down here, and we're going to take 10 mil off the top here and nothing off the bottom there. So all we need to do really is put in the vise and get a plane. Now you might have to adjust it a little bit. This little knob at the back here will adjust the plane, the blade going in and out, but I've got them all pretty much set. So what you'll need to do is start at this end, because if the cameraman comes around this side a bit, he can then see this little line here. And we just want to start taking off that. So now I've got a problem with this. I might just bring it down a little bit further. That's better. So once again, it's a lot of your upper body strength, pushing hard through the plane, none of this like this, all right, that doesn't work. You need to use a bit of muscle and just keep pushing it. And then as you can see, I'm working my way back. Upper body, feet apart, push all the way through. As you can see, I'm working my way back. I'm looking at the line, probably a little bit off the middle, and then a whole length just for good measure. Now we want to also make sure that that's nice and straight, this edge down here, and that it is square, so that's pretty good. So the next thing we're going to do is going to drill the hole. We're going to do that on the pedestal drill. Now the pedestal drill, you can do it a number of ways. You can do it with a spade bit or a hole saw. I'm going to do mine with a hole saw, but you're going to need to set this up yourself. Now it does have a chuck, and this chuck works exactly the same way as this drill here. 3 teeth. When you push it, the teeth come forward, grab the drill bit, goes the other way, lets go of it. The same with this one. You hold this and you turn this, and then underneath those teeth will come out. They'll come out there and it'll grip the piece. So we go backwards. So hold this. So to set up the hole saw, one of these, we pull this out. Now I'm going to use this one here. Now you'll notice there's little holes here. Now on the hole saw there are also little lugs here. So if I turn this, these lugs come out, and those lugs go into those holes. If we don't have them in there, what will happen is the pressure of the drilling will tighten this up, and we won't be able to get it tightened, won't be able to get it off again. So it's just a matter of screwing this on, lining up your lugs. Where are they? There. And then I'll turn this lever, and you can start to see these lugs coming in there. So those lugs are holding that in place. So that's got to go up there. Now I've got to bring those teeth back up a bit. And just hand tighten it. Okay? Now just test it to make sure it will go all the way through, because you might find it might stop short, and this one stops short. So what you're going to need to do, on the side here there is a handle. On the side here is a handle. Bring this up so that when at least it's going to go all the way through. So I've got that now set. Put that away. Now, safety glasses on. Make sure you wear safety glasses. And then it's just a matter of turning it on, and it does help if it's just plugged in, I suppose, and I have it turned on. So all you need to do is bring this down, put your drill bit to the center spot that you wanted your hole to be, so as you can see I've got my hole in the center. And then start to drill your hole, holding onto this tight. Now do not go all the way through. If you go all the way through, this whole piece will get stuck up here and it's hard to get out. The best thing to do is to go about 3/4 of the way or half the way, turn it around, you've got your hole, set that up. That way then that's a little bit protruding out, and I can just pull that out. Just be careful, those teeth can get a bit warm, so that'll pop out. Now, same with the spade bit. When you're doing the spade bit, and I might just change this around. Now I'm going to drill a hole in my scrap piece here, just to show you what to do with the spade bit. So with the spade bit, I want to make sure it goes all the way down, which it does. And then it's just a matter of turning it on, getting that point wherever you wanted it to be. Drill your hole, then turn it over. You've got the hole here because that way you'll get a clean cut. Holding tight. So that's with the hole saw and with the spade bit. Remember, easiest to turn them over. Next thing I need to do is I want to cut this off. I'm going to cut it off with a jigsaw. Jigsaw, and all we need to do here is clamp this down. Now with a jigsaw, because it is on an up and down motion, we need to make sure this plate is hard against the bottom here, all right? Because it will tend to push up. So it's a matter of just holding it with two hands like this, pulling the trigger. So start it away, never start it on the timber, because if you start it on the timber then it will shake. Start it away from the timber. So I'm pushing down, making sure this base is flat. Now you do need to watch because it's not completely accurate, so you do need to guide it. I'm going off my line a bit. So I need to then tweak it a bit, but you need to keep your eye on the cutting of the blade and the line, because when you're watching this, your brain will tell your arms what to do and it'll move it into the correct direction. Now, always wait for the blade to stop going up and down before you pull it out, because if you pull it out while it's going up and down, especially here, as you're pulling it out, it'll go down and it'll hit the timber when it's still in the up and down, and it'll bend the blade and it'll jig this up. So always start it away from the timber. And there you have one leg, of which you need to do two. So you need to do one and a second one. So that's the next stage of making your leg. And then all we need to do is sand all these pencil marks off, and then we start to make the rails.